What to expect from the Trump hush money trial starting Monday. Hello and welcome back to the News Media Hands channel. The stage is set for a historic trial, as Donald Trump, the first former president to face a criminal case, prepares to stand trial next Monday, April 15th. Let's dive deeper into what to expect from the trial and its consequences for our country. As always, remember that we value your comments and feedback, and your subscriptions help grow the channel. Thank you for your support, and let's get started. As former President Donald Trump's hush money trial commences, it marks an unprecedented moment in American legal and political history. With 34 counts of first-degree falsifying business records, Trump faces a trial that could last up to 8 weeks, making him the first former president to stand trial in a criminal case. The imminent commencement of Donald Trump's trial marks a watershed moment in American legal and political history. As the first former president to face a criminal case, Trump stands at the center of a high-stakes legal battle that could reshape the landscape of U.S. politics. With jury selection set to begin in New York City, the stage is set for a trial that could last up to 8 weeks, capturing the attention of the nation and the world. What are the charges and allegations? The Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, has charged Trump with repeatedly falsifying business records to conceal criminal conduct related to sex scandals during the 2016 presidential election. Central to the case are allegations that Trump attempted to suppress damaging information with hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels, orchestrated through his lawyer, Michael Cohen, and executives at the National Enquirer. Former President Donald Trump is facing 34 felony charges for falsifying business records to keep secret a payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Each count carries a maximum sentence of 4 years. However, experts believe that it's unlikely for Trump to receive consecutive sentences as he has no criminal record for felony and the charges do not involve any physical violence. Despite this, Trump has had a history of pushing boundaries and has had conflicts with the judge who may decide his fate. The average observer must now, after hearing defendants' recent attacks, draw the conclusion that if they become involved in these proceedings, even tangentially, they should worry not only for themselves, but for their loved ones as well, Merchan wrote in his gag order decision. How long will jury selection last? Jury selection for Trump's trial will last 1 to 2 weeks. Prosecutors and lawyers will question potential jurors to select 12 jurors and 6 alternates. According to the court's documents, to determine whether jurors can be impartial about the former president, they will answer 42 questions. The questions will inquire about the news sources they follow and whether they have attended any Trump rallies or protests. The jurors will be anonymous for security reasons. A similar trial involving Trump's company took a week to select jurors. What is the prosecution's strategy? Bragg aims to portray Trump's actions as a deliberate attempt to deceive voters, framing the case as one of election interference. By charging Trump with felonies instead of misdemeanors for falsifying business records, Bragg is navigating uncharted legal territory, emphasizing the gravity of the alleged offenses. Who will testify for the prosecution? Michael Cohen, who says Trump directed him to make the payment to Daniels, is expected to be a key witness, as is Daniels. Trump's attorney sought to bar both from testifying, but Judge Juan Merchan gave both the green light to take the stand. Daniels' former attorney Keith Davidson is likely to testify about his negotiations over the payment, a source with direct knowledge of the situation said. What is Trump's defense? Trump has maintained he didn't do anything wrong, and while he has acknowledged reimbursing Cohen, he has said he didn't know details about what Cohen was doing. Trump's defense strategy revolves around maintaining his innocence and distancing himself from the actions of his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. His legal team aims to undermine key witnesses, including Cohen and adult film star Stormy Daniels, casting doubt on their credibility and motivations. As the courtroom drama unfolds, the clash between prosecution and defense promises to be a spectacle of legal maneuvering and strategic confrontation. Trump lawyers are likely to target Cohen on the witness stand by painting him as a liar who loathes the former president and whose testimony shouldn't be believed. They're likely to be aggressive with Daniels, as well, and they're expected to focus on comments she has made mocking Trump to portray her as biased and untrustworthy. Can Trump's continued negative behavior lead to harsher sentence? John Moskow, a former New York lawyer with 30 years of experience in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, has warned that any negative behavior exhibited by Trump could lead to a harsher sentence. Moskow advises that Trump be cautious and mindful that the judge is the one who ultimately decides his fate. Judge Merchan, who was responsible for sentencing former Trump Organization Chief Financial Officer Allen Weisselberg, has previously demonstrated a strict approach towards those in Trump's orbit. In 2023, Merchan was forced to sentence Weisselberg to only 5 months in jail, as he had already accepted a plea bargain agreement between Weisselberg and prosecutors which specified the jail term. Weisselberg was found guilty of tax and record falsification charges and agreed to testify against the Trump Organization during the trial in order to receive the sentence. Merchant had stated that he would have imposed a much harsher sentence if he had not agreed to the plea bargain before hearing all the evidence at the trial. Without the plea deal, Weisselberg could have faced many years in prison. Will Trump face incarceration? There's a variety of opinions on Trump's possible sentencing. Some evoke the complexity of charging someone guarded by the Secret Service, and others refer to assimilating Trump to any white-collar defendant with a minimum of 10 years of incarceration. Diana Florence, a New York lawyer who spent decades in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, thinks that the sentence for Merchant, a white-collar defendant, should be based on similar cases. She doubts that anyone has ever received a 10-year sentence for falsifying business records. Florence thinks that a sentence of more than a year in prison could be reasonable. However, such a long sentence would be very, 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 very unusual, and if Judge Merchant wanted to make a point and do that, I highly doubt the appellate division would allow that to stand, she said. It's just too much time for the conduct. However, Florence added that a reasonable sentencing range could include a minimum period of more than a year incarcerated. Norman Eisen, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution who served as special counsel to the House Judiciary Committee during Trump's first impeachment, believes that there is a real possibility of imprisonment for the defendant. Eisen co-authored a report that examined the sentences received by other defendants with no prior criminal record who were convicted of falsifying business records in New York. He noted that in 2015, a construction executive was sentenced to spend 2 days each week in jail for a year for falsifying records to hide payments in a bribery scheme. Additionally, in 2013, 2 corporate executives were ordered to spend 4 to 6 months in jail for falsifying records to misclassify their salaries as expenses under their employer's larger bribery and fraud scheme. If he is found guilty, I think it is likely that he will face a sentence that includes incarceration, Eisen told USA Today. What implications for our nation? Beyond the courtroom, the trial holds profound implications for the future of American democracy. The case outcome could shape public perception of Trump's legacy and influence his political aspirations. Moreover, the trial serves as a litmus test for the integrity of the legal system, highlighting the importance of accountability and transparency in the face of allegations of wrongdoing by public figures. The trial's outcome holds significant implications not only for Trump personally but also for the integrity of the legal system and the democratic process. As the prosecution seeks to demonstrate the gravity of the charges and the impact on the electoral landscape. Trump's defense endeavors to dismantle the narrative and salvage his reputation. With both sides poised for a showdown, the trial heralds a pivotal moment in American jurisprudence and political history. Tell us in the comments what consequences you see for the US with this criminal trial. Thanks for watching. If you like it, comment and hit the like and share buttons. Subscribe for future videos.